Hey, this is Dylan Wong here, and today I'm going to review the Avengers sequel, Age of Ultron. Now, I love the first Avengers. It was one of the best superhero movies I ever saw, and also the best of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It had a mind-blowing action sequences, amazing special effects, and great story. Putting Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Nick Fury together in the same movie was a great idea, and it's wonderful to see all these superheroes team up together in the big screen. Now I am very excited to see the sequel, Age of Ultron, when it was first announced. I became more and more excited when I saw the trailers, the TV spots, the posters, and the clips. Now that I saw it with my uncle in IMAX 3D, what do I think of it? I think this is one of the best movie I ever saw! It is also the best of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now I'm going to tell you why I love this movie with no spoilers. Let's start with the story. The story of this film took place after the events of Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America 2 the Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. It starts off where Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye are on a mission in the Eastern Europe to fight Hydra and take Loki's scepter. After their mission was a success, the Avengers went back to their headquarters base and have a victory party during nighttime. However, things gone wrong where Tony Stark and Dr. Bruce Banner had accidentally created the most evil artificial intelligent robot ever, Ultron. So the Avengers had decided to save the world once again and fight Ultron and his armies of robots. I think the story was just as wonderful as the first. Now moving on for the special effects and action scenes. The special effects in this film are outstanding. I really do enjoy the motion captures of Hulk, Ultron, and Ultron's robot armies. I also like the designs of the Avengers headquarters, the airships, and the weapons. The costume designs of those superheroes are just as good as the previous Marvel films in this cinematic universe. As for the action scenes, they are outstandingly amazing! I really do like the buildings crumble, the explosions, and the fight between Iron Man in his big armor suit and the Hulk. The best part of this film is the battle sequences between the Avengers against Ultron and his armies. Now for the acting, directing, music. Let's start with Iron Man, played once again by Robert Downey Jr., who is also best known as Sherlock Holmes in the new Sherlock Holmes movies. He did an excellent job as Iron Man, as he did in the Iron Man trilogy and the first Avengers. His character Iron Man was a genius, a playboy, a very rich man, and he enjoys putting on his armor suit. I really like all his moves and skills when he fights his enemies. Captain America, played by Chris Evans, did a clever job as he did in the first two Captain America films. His portrayal as Captain America acts like he's a leader of the Avengers and commands his team to do whatever they have to do. Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, did an outstanding job as he did in the first two Thor movies. Thor is a crowned prince warrior of Asgard who wanted to protect the world from evil, and he's really good at using his hammer weapon when someone wants to fight him. Then there's the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo. He did a brilliant job as both Bruce Banner and the Hulk, as he did in the first Avengers. Usually when something or someone makes Dr. Bruce Banner angry, he will always turn into a Hulk. Mark Ruffalo, I think, did a better job than Eric Bana and Edward Norton. Eric Bana did a great job, but too serious. Edward Norton did a great job as well, but didn't quite look like the late Bill Bixby from that old Hulk TV show. To me, Mark Ruffalo is the best Hulk. Moving on to Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson, and Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner. Both did a great job as always. Plus we get to know their backstory. I also enjoy how Black Widow tries to calm the Hulk down. Now we are introduced to the new superheroes, Quicksilver, played by Aaron Johnson, his twin sister Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen, and the Vision, played by Paul Bettany, who has been in movies like A Knight's Tale, Master and Commander, and The Da Vinci Code. Both Aaron and Elizabeth did a very nice job playing the twins. Even though Quicksilver was the one who runs very fast, this Quicksilver is much different than the Quicksilver in the X-Men franchise. Scarlet Witch was the one who has the power to break things, see the future, and mind control people. Although Paul Bettany did come back to voice Iron Man's programmed butler, he did a wonderful job playing the Vision that has the power to change his destiny. Now let's talk about the new villain, Ultron, played by James Spader, best known for movies like Stargate, Wolf, and Steven Spielberg's Lincoln. Wow! Absolutely mind-blowing. James Spader as Ultron is one of the most powerful, ruthless, and evil artificial intelligent robot who wants to destroy the world. Ultron is one of the best Marvel villains ever. I like him more than Loki. Others returning like Nick Fury played by Samuel Jackson, Mara Hill played by Colby Smulders, War Machine played by Don Cheadle, Falcon played by Anthony Mackie, and Thor's scientist friend played by the guy who played Bill Turner in the two Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, all did a fine job as always. Oh, and by the way, Andy Serkis made a cameo appearance in this film as that black market arms dealer. Joss Whedon, the guy who created the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, its spin-off Angel, Firefly, and the movie Serenity, did a fantastic job directing this film as he did in the first Avengers. Last but not least, the music composed both surprisingly by Brian Tyler and Danny Elfman. Listening to the music of this film sounds very super, epic, and intense. Alan Silvestri did a good job doing the music for the first Avengers. Brian and Danny did just as good. So overall, Avengers 2 Age of Ultron is a wonderful Marvel superhero film. I love this movie the same way I loved the first Avenger, and now it's my favorite of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you're a fan of Marvel, go see it. It's a good way to start the summer movies. So I give this movie 5 out of 5 nuclear bombs. I for one can't wait to see the third and fourth Avengers. I am also looking forward to see Ant-Man, which will mark the end of Phase 2 and hopefully should live up to the hype. After Ant-Man, we will move on to Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also be sure to check out the mid-credits scene. I will not tell you what happened, but it is setting up for the next Avengers.